Welcome, everyone. My name is Wade Smith, Superintendent of Walla Public Schools, and thank you for taking the opportunity to stay up to date on our November 2018 bond program. Periodically throughout the course of the next couple of years, I'll be on site, whether it's at Walla High School, Pioneer Middle School, Lincoln High School, and many of the other district-wide upgrades, bringing you up to speed about how we're investing your resources here to deliver on our promise of supporting our students here for generations to come. This is right now an opportunity to bring you up to speed at the progress being made right here at Walla High School in our new science complex, some 18,000 square foot state-of-the-art facility that's going to be taking shape here before your very eyes over the coming months, as we look forward to bringing to our students and our faculty here fall of the 2020-21 school year. It's now my pleasure to interview Principal Ron Higgins here at Walla High School, and to have him share just a few words about what this improvement, not just the science building, but as we improve the entire campus, what does that feel like as an administrator, as a former teacher? What do you think the students are feeling and the staff are feeling right now?
I'd say it's the highlight of my 35 years in Walla School District. Began teaching here in 1985. Walla is my home. To think that we have the commitment and support of our community to have a brand new science building, opportunities for improvements and remodeling to make our old science building, our academic building, is just got a buzz going on campus. Staff, while they're, understandably have a little bit of anxiety about all of the disruptions that can happen, have that ultimate goal, though, of thinking, my goodness, this is going to be a game changer for Walla and for Walla High School.
Well, I'm joined here by Jaden, who's a junior at Walla High School. Jaden, why don't you talk to our constituents and tell them a little bit about what this science building is going to bring to you and future students at Walla High School.
So in the new high school building, there's going to be new seating, new lighting, new air conditioning, which is awesome because we don't have that.
Well, one of the improvements in this new science building will be kind of 8 state-of-the-art laboratories for students. And what is that going to mean to you as a future student taking science classes at Walla High School compared to maybe what you currently have in the current science building?
So last year in my chemistry class, we were sitting at desks that the chairs were connected to the desks, and if you wanted to move back, your entire desk would move back with you. So hearing about the new seating and the new tables and how they can move, it's going to be so much easier, and the space is going to be so much bigger, and we don't need to move from lab to classroom, back to lab, back to the classroom, because it'll be 2 in 1.
I'm joined now by Chair of the Bond Oversight Committee, Scott Morash. Scott, you've been now serving on the Bond Oversight Committee for about 6 months now. Why don't you tell our viewers a little bit about what your role is and what the role of that committee is?
Wade, my role on the Bond Oversight Committee is to lead the meetings, which, thanks to your great preparedness and Heath from Winnaha Group, doesn't take a lot from me. So that's my role on the committee in terms of leadership on the committee. On the committee, we get to look at and need to look at the financial conditions, situations, what's happening if we're staying within the budget and within constraints, and then we also get to look at the actual work and to be sure that it's being done to a level that the community that we represent wants and deserves.
Yeah, one of the things we talked about at our most recent meeting was some $2.5 million of the work being done right here in the science building is going to be done by local contractors and vendors right here. What do you think that means for our community to see their local Walla contractors and vendors getting involved?
Well, personally, it's huge. I'm a business owner in town, and anytime I can get business locally, boy, the multiplier effect on the local economy of those dollars is huge. I have friends who are contractors, and boy, for them to have these opportunities and to prevail is really wonderful. It keeps local people in town, feeding their families, sending them to school, all those things that we do. It's exciting. I do get excited. I don't understand why, but I do.
Great. Well, now I'm joined by a member of the Jackson Contracting Group workforce here on the project site, Raina Perez. Now, Raina, there's something a little bit unique about you, and I think you may have graduated somewhere locally. Where did you graduate from and when?
I did graduate from Walla in 2008.
That's wonderful. Now, Raina, what is your role on this project site now?
I am the project engineer, so I help the superintendent and also coordinate with the subcontractors the day-to-day work and making sure that all of the required submittals and all their questions are being answered. and that prior to even starting on site, that we have a plan to do the work safely.
Great. So why don't you talk to us about safety? That was one important aspect of why the district selected Jackson Contractor Group. Why don't you talk to us about a couple of those safety measures that you put in place, that we've already put in place here at Walla Walla High School?
Safety is our #1 priority, and prior to even mobilizing, a lot of thought and consideration has gone into the site logistics and the planning and execution of the work. Before anyone steps on site, background checks are required. Before the work begins, we have coordination meetings to make sure that the work that is going to take place is being done safely. We are not wanting to disrupt any of the campus day-to-day activities, and it's really important that everyone goes home at the end of the day.
So as a former WAHI graduate, what does that mean to actually be on this site and to be renovating and remodeling some of the classrooms that you sat in, and even during those times were probably a little bit aged and a little bit tired? So why don't you talk to us a little bit about what that means for you?
It's been really rewarding to come back and be a part of the renovation on WAHI's campus. It's been great to see old faces and friends who are now teachers. There are things that I never paid attention to in classrooms that I'm now more involved with, but it's been great. Maintaining the aesthetic of the original architecture is very important, and I think we're doing a good job of maintaining all of that.
Well, once again, thank you so much for taking the time to learn more about the incredible efforts of our November 2018 bond measure. As always, if you're interested in learning more, feel free to visit our website at wwpsbond.org. Follow us on Twitter, or feel free to always contact myself or any one of our board members and learn more as we deliver on our promises made during the 2018 bond.